Hi all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be dealing with the topic ratio and proportion. As you all know, this is one of the most important topic for all the competitive exams like railway, SSC, bank exams, etc. So please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Let's get started. So what is the difference between ratio and proportion? If there are two persons, A and B, if A is 5 times faster than B means if the value corresponding to B is taken as 1, A will be 5 times faster. So the ratio will be 5 is to 1. This can be represented as 5 by 1. So if we have a ratio A is to B, this is nothing but A by B. Now, if we have two ratios, A is to B and C is to D, these two ratios are said to be in proportion if A is to B is equal to C is to D. Or in other words, A by B is equal to C by D. Now, let's discuss all the possible questions based on this topic, which is very important for all the competitive exams. First question, A is to B is equal to 3 is to 4, B is to C is given as 5 is to 6. What is A is to B is to C? So, to solve this question, write the ratio which we want to find, that is A is to B is to C. Here A is to B is given as 3 is to 4. So, write that below A is to B. And B is to C is given as 5 is to 6. So, write in the next line below B is to C the corresponding ratio, that is 5 is to 6. Next step is to fill the vacant or blank spaces. So, in the first row the corresponding value of C is missing. So, write below C the value which is nearer to it in the same row. So, the value which is nearer is 4. So, write it below C. Similarly, in the next row, the value corresponding to A is missing. So, what we have to write there is the value which is nearer to that in the same row. The value which is nearer is 5. So, write it below A. Now, to get the answer, just multiply the values in each column. That is, below A, just multiply 3 into 5, that is 15. And the value corresponding to B is 4 into 5, 20. And below C, 4 into 6, that is 24. So, we got the ratio A is to B is to C as 15 is to 20 is to 24. Moving on to the second question. Here, A is to B is given as 2 is to 3, B is to C is equal to 7 is to 9, and C is to D is equal to 5 is to 7. And the question is to find A is to B is to C is to D. To solve this question, we can use the same steps which we followed for the previous question. So, the first step is to write the ratio which we want to find, that is A is to B is to C is to D. Second step is write below A is to B the corresponding ratio, that is 2 is to 3. In the next row, write the ratio B is to C, that is 7 is to 9. And in the next line, write the corresponding ratio C is to D, that is 5 is to 7. Is the next step, fill the blank spaces. For that, consider the first row. The corresponding values of C and D are missing. To get the corresponding values of C and D, write the value which is nearer to it in the same row. So, the value which is nearer to it is 3. So, write below C and D 3. In the next row, the corresponding values of A and D are missing. So, below A, write the value which is nearer to it in the same row, that is 7. So, write below A 7, and below D, what you have to write? The value which is nearer to D in the same row is 9. So, write 9 below D. Similarly, consider the next row. Here the value of A and B are missing. So, what you have to write there? The value which is nearer to it, that is 5. So, Write 5 below A and B. Now to get the ratio A is to B is to C is to D, just multiply the values in each columns. So below A you will get it as 2 into 7 into 5. 2 into 5 is 10, 10 into 7 is 70. So below A you will get the value as 70. Now below B, 3 into 7 into 5. 3 into 7 is 21. 21 into 5 means 20 into 5 is 100 plus 1 into 5 is 5. So 105. Value corresponding to C is 3 into 9 into 5. So 3 into 9 is 27. 27 into 5 means 20 into 5 is 100 plus 7 into 5 is 35. So 135. Finally, the corresponding value of D is 3 into 9 into 7. 3 into 9 is 27. 27 into 7. 20 into 7 is 140 plus 7 into 7 is 49. So 140 plus 49 is 189. Write that below D. So the ratio will be 70 is to 105 is to 135 is to 189. Now let us see one more question. If 3x is equal to 4y is equal to 6z, find x is to y is to z. So to find the ratio x is to y is to z, there is a shortcut. What you have to do is to find the corresponding value of x, just multiply the coefficients of y and z. Here the coefficient of y and z are 4 and 6. So 4 into 6 is 24. To get the corresponding value of y, just multiply the coefficients of x and z. So here 3 into 6, 18. And to get the value of z, just multiply the coefficients of x and y. That is 3 into 4, we will get it as 12. This can be further reduced. Divide each term by 6. So 24 by 6 is 4, 18 by 6 is 3 and 12 by 6 is 2. So the ratio will be 4 is to 3 is to 2. Moving on to the next question. The annual income of two persons is in the ratio 2 is to 3 and the ratio of their expenditure is 5 is to 9. If each one of them saves rupees 600 in the year, find the annual income of both. So in the question it is given that the annual income of two persons is in the ratio 2 is to 3 and their expenditure is in the ratio 5 is to 9. In the question, it is said that both of them saves rupees 600 in the year. And to get the savings, what we have to do? We have to subtract the expenditure from the income. But from the ratios which is given in the question, we can find out the difference between income and expenditure. That is, for the first person, the difference between the income and expenditure is 5 minus 2, that is 3. And for the second person, the difference between the income and expenditure is 9 minus 3, that is 6. But in the question, it is said that both of them saves rupees 600. So, what we have to do is make this difference equal. For that, find the difference of ratios of incomes of both persons. That is 3 minus 2, 1. And we will get the difference of expenditure of both the persons as 9 minus 5, that is equal to 4. Now what you have to do is multiply the first ratio with the difference of the second ratio. So the difference of second ratio is 4. Now multiply the first ratio with the difference of the second ratio. That is, multiplying 2 is to 3 with 4, you will get 8 is to 12. And multiplying the second ratio with the difference of the first ratio. Difference of the first ratio is 1. So there will be no change. We will get the answer as 5 is to 9 itself. We can see that the difference between income and expenditure of the first person is 8 minus 5. That is 3 units. And for the second person, the difference between the income and expenditure is 12 minus 9. That is 3 units. But this difference is actually the amount which they saved in a year. So we can write 3 units is equal to 600. So from this, 1 unit is equal to 600 by 3. That is equal to 200. Our question is to find out the annual income of both. But we got the new ratio of income as 8:12. So from this it is clear that the annual income of the first person is 8 units. We got 1 unit as 200. So to get the annual income of the first person, multiply 8 with 200. So you will get it as 1600. And to find the annual income of the second person, the value corresponding to the income is 12 units. So multiply 12 with 200. So 2400 will be the answer. If the question is to find out the expenditure of both persons, what we have to do? Multiply the new ratio, that is 5:9, with the value of 1 unit, that is 200. So answer will be 5 into 200, 1000. That will be the expenditure of first person, and for the second person 9 into 200, 1800. Next question is, ratio of two numbers is 3:8 and the difference is 115. Find the smaller of two. Here the ratio is given as 3:8 and the difference is given as 115. In this question, the difference of ratios of two numbers is 8 minus 3, that is equal to 5 units. And in the question, the difference is given as 115. So this 5 units is equal to 115. So from this, 1 unit is equal to 115 by 5, that is equal to 23. And we are asked to find out the smallest number. So we know that the ratio is 3:8. So the value corresponding to the smaller number is 3 units. We got 1 unit as 23. So to get the smaller number, multiply 3 with 23. So 23 into 3 is 69. Next question. What must be added to each term of ratio 7:11 so as to make it equal to 3:4? So in our question, we have a ratio 7:11. By adding a particular value, we will get the ratio as 3:4. What is that value which must be added? That is the question. It is clear that the difference between the present and the new ratio of both the numbers are not equal. For the first number it is 7 minus 3, 4, and for the second number 11 minus 4, 7. This cannot happen because we are adding the same number. So for to make this difference equal, what we have to do? Multiply first ratio with the difference of the second ratio. Difference of the second ratio is 4 minus 3, 1. So there will be no change. So the new ratio will be 7:11 itself. Now the second ratio is 3:4. We have to multiply this ratio with the difference of the first ratio, that is 11 minus 7, 4. So multiplying 3:4 with the 4, we will get 12:16. So we got this difference equal, that is 12 minus 7 is 5 and 16 minus 11 is 5. From this, it is clear that the term which must be added to the ratio 7:11 is 5. So that the new ratio will be 3:4. I am winding up today's session, so I will be back with more videos which will help you to crack your exams. So thanks for watching.